Warning: this podcast may contain adult content or language. It also might contain content that could be seen from others as uncomfortable or upsetting due to personal reasons. If that is the case, then please proceed with caution or stop the video, as we at the table are comfortable in most circumstances. This is a safety blanket meant for all individuals watching these episodes, as it is unclear what story content will be displayed. Hope you enjoy the story.
Hello, and welcome back to DoubleTime. Last time, we left hell. Finally. We ran into some old friends from the Shadowfell, and we brought them all back to the material plane. And we left off with Anna saying that we need to find a dark space, and Mary asked why, and that was it.
Yes. So, Justa, you come back into consciousness, and the first sight you see is the confused look on Mary and Amy, as Ben is still faceful into food. The entire room has lit up from the outside air, as it seems to be mid-morning, probably closer to noon. And the patrons inside seem to be not giving you much notice in comparison to a few others. The Shatterkai behind you, for instance.
Why are you looking at me like that? What did Anna say?
You said you needed to find a dark, damp place.
Anna, why do we need to find a dark, damp place?
I figured so we could let barst out of the bag.
Oh, you're right, because I see. I understand.
Can't touch the sun. At least not for a while.
Okay then.
I guess theoretically we could just leave them in there. Don't think you'd be very happy about that.
I turn to our hell friends. Hell friends! Yay! Hell friends! Are any of you from here? Do you know Waterdeep at all? Yeah.
Me and my sister know. Ben?
Well, I know Ben isn't.
No. And he just goes face back down into food.
Well, internally I'm like, why did we bring him?
The two Shadowkai behind you kind of fully get out of the well, more or less, and go to sit down at the table that the rest of your friends are currently at.
Welcome to the material plane. We have things such as crops and fresh air. Oh yes.
Is it always this bright? It's really strong.
I look out the window and my retinas sizzle a little bit. Yes. Technically, yes.
During this time as well, the bartender seems to have come out with 2 more plates of food and slid them down in front of both Amy and Mary, Chalet and Eris, as the plate looks pretty much identical to the food that you had eaten that same day, technically now.
Very good. Yes. Well, we have no guides, no money, I assume.
Ben just kind of like looks up. No, I don't have any money, but once my legs are back to healed, I can get to work on a few things.
But that could be... Alright.
I mean, do you have any other ideas? Otherwise, I'm going to be waiting
here?
Healing.
We can't just sit in here and eat food forever.
That's fair. So I better get my fill in. And he goes back in to eat food.
Anna.
What?
Let's kill him.
No, we spent so long to get him back. I risked my life to save him. He's missing an arm.
Let's do it anyway.
No. He's
I
missing
totally
an
forgot
arm.
he was missing an arm. Oh my god.
He's missing an arm and he's got 2 broken legs. He needs everything that he can get. Deserves some food.
Mercy killing.
It's not, I mean, it's not necessarily a mercy.
Look at him.
Just find a way to earn money. I don't know. We have some from our old days.
How much money do we have?
We have not a lot. We've got 45 gold pieces, 6 silver, and 7 copper.
Wow.
Yeah, we don't got jack shit. But we do have some things. We've got the 8-orbed necklace, the 120 gold piece pearl necklace.
Oh, yes.
We have 3 +1 daggers, the
we're
orange
keeping
handcuffs of sex.
Keeping those as well.
We have the thunder barrel.
Could try to sell that, I guess.
We've got a number of things.
Alright. Okay. Well, I suppose I'm gonna go out and find a job. A good paying, steady job. Desk job. Where I work at a desk. Sitting.
Chalet stands up. Well, if you're going out into the city, then me and Eris are definitely going to follow you. We want to explore as much as we can. It's our first time.
Is this your first time? I had to make the joke. I saw it in my mind's eye. I saw Sheagorth for a split second.
Yes. It would be our first time, dear Jester. Now can we please leave?
Okay, fine.
Did it
He
make it
twists
uncomfortable
my
for you?
arm. Me? I'm always uncomfortable. Like I'm wearing the wrong skin. And I normally am.
You are in Anna body shape as well.
Yes, but I meant like wearing someone else's skin, like some kind of sick skin suit. Don't read too far into that.
Gross. Ugh.
Oh, yes, okay. Onward, I
Dark
guess.
mask
I
is
will...
it because it's literally dark?
I will take you out on the town and I will show you ladies an average time because I'm poor.
Well, then let's get a move on. And at that point, you can see the 2 twins just kind of sit down. We'll be waiting here. If you need us, then we'll either find you or you'll find us here.
Okay. I guess the first question I should ask before we all split up is, are we sticking together or are we going our separate ways?
Well, personally, me and my sister would like to go home.
Where is home?
Well, our home is it's within mountaintop of the Crusted Shallows.
Where the fuck is that?
It's a homebrew place. Let me put it down in notes so I don't forget it.
Okay. Yes.
Crusted Shallows.
Sounds intriguing. I could see ice becoming important.
Ice?
Ice. Mountains and ice. And
I mean,
snow?
yeah.
Ice.
Well, it is more northern. From Waterdeep, it would be... it'd be a ways.
Well, that's no good.
It's easily across some neighboring continent.
Oh my god. Yeah.
So, worst case scenario is me and my sister find some work and then we pay fare to make it there.
I'll help if I can, but if I can't, best of luck to both of you.
Thank you, and thank you for everything you've done. We
No,
really
it's
don't
fine.
know anything that we could have done to get out, and you saved us.
Don't worry about it. It's what good people do.
Well, you are a good person.
I cringe.
Jester. The two twins sit back down. If you ever do need anything, then you can always contact us at the Crusted Shallows. Our family does run a fairly well-renowned official building there.
Oh, I mean, I'd be down for a road trip. I don't really have any ties here. I mean, well, I suppose it depends on what Chalet and Eris want to do.
Well, if you're traveling, then we're gonna be traveling with you. One way or another, you said that you would escort us.
When did I say this? How long ago was this?
Maybe a week ago? Before we even set out. When we were on the boat.
I cast my mind back like 100 years.
It has definitely been a long time. And you very much so do not remember.
I don't remember. But because I trust you, and because good friends never lie to each other because lying is wrong, and we're not liars, we're good friends, I'll believe you.
Good. Now, weren't you going to look for a job?
A job.
Like a good standing citizen, as they both kind of lean in with like a little smirk on their face.
I cringe horribly. I am a good person. I will work a 9-to-5 job for minimum pay. It will be great.
Your neck cringes back until it almost feels like your neck could snap at any second.
Oh, I really don't want to do this, Anna.
Well, do what you want, just don't ruin everything.
Good. Define ruin everything.
I would like to not have to be fleeing a city.
Fine. I have ways around this.
So
okay.
What do you do?
I leave the tavern, I guess, with Eris and Chalet and just go somewhere. I don't know anything about Waterdeep either, as Jester. So.
Okay. Well, make a history check.
Oh boy, straight roll. 14, not bad.
14? You know that Waterdeep is a very well-renowned city. Though being close to the Sea of Swords, it has quite a large built infrastructure. It has a government building towards the center of the city, where there's also a historical building called the Archive, a source of all knowledge across the continent and the world of Faerun, established by the Church of Bahamut. You also know that the large government building that is there had recently had some sort of excursion, maybe a decade ago or so. And it's been a very long time that since you've been here, as you've lived most of your time being created in Neverwinter. However, reading books about the structure of government official buildings, especially as Anna had been a portion of time a lawyer for such a group or organization in Neverwinter, the large government building generally would have outsourced jobs to militia groups or hired men.
Oh, I see. Okay. Also, how dare you assume I know how to read?
It passed on learning.
Okay. Knowledge by osmosis.
Yes.
I regale them with tales of Waterdeep that may or may not be true.
Okay. Make a deception check quick.
I guess I'm very good at this. That is a 28.
Okay. So yeah, you go on and on about how Waterdeep actually got its name from how the sea used to be neighboring to the city of Atlantis, except that this very large creature called like a tentacular had lifted up the entire city and created and formed it into the portion of land of this continent, and that's what created Waterdeep. which is why it's such a waterlogged city, and they're totally believing it.
Hell
These
yes.
two are blown away, just wow, and you kind of point to what looks to be like mud, and just go, that's where the tentacular's tentacle was placed, which lifted the entire city. Its entire suction cups on its single tentacle seemed to be able to just pull at the entire ground, almost like it was an earthquake. And they're blown away as you make your way to
it still lives out in the ocean, and someday it might return and bring the city elsewhere.
Wow, that's incredible. Usually creatures of that size just destroy the city. At least from where we're from.
Yes.
So, making your way to the large government building, you can see it's very well built. The entire city itself seems to be in pretty decent shape. There's obviously a few homeless individuals off to the sides, a few beggars here and there, but the city overall seems to be very well kept. The buildings, even though being covered in mildew, as the entire city is fairly damp, the wood is very well reinforced, and the stone structures are almost masoned, like masonry. They're very well constructed, sturdy, and clearly have lived for a number of years in the city.
Nice.
The two biggest buildings, the archive and the large government building, look to be made of almost marbleine material. The building across from the archive seems to have a fairly large bell that also seems to ring every hour. Just
This is far nicer than Neverwinter, I must say.
much nicer than Neverwinter.
Our damp hovel does not hold a candle to this place.
Not at all. Especially the main reason is because Neverwinter is currently under what's that, martial law, more or less.
I wonder how they're doing.
Let's go check. Got our fucking name and face plastered everywhere.
I'm not prepared to go back. I'd rather not.
I don't think we can, unless we go as like a different person. But making your way towards the large government building, you can see that there are guards posted out front of both the archive and this large building. They seem to have emblazoned shields that have a symbol of a fist pointed upwards, and they seem to be very well endowed and muscular in sense. The female that stands in front of the government building is also completely decked out in what looks to be plate armor. She has a much larger physique than the other two as well, and you can see that she is half orcish or probably Goliath of sorts. It's a little difficult to tell, but there's definitely a very large amount of testosterone from her.
That is a big woman. Chalet. Fight this woman.
Why? She's just standing there.
I want to see a fight.
I mean, I could fight you.
I mean, I don't want to embarrass myself.
Yeah, choose your words lightly.
I did.
So, what are these two buildings?
Does he point to the government building?
What was that? You got very quiet all of a sudden.
Does she point to the government building and the archive?
Yes.
I tell them what they are.
Okay, so yeah, you just explain to him.
Yeah.
So we can find work inside of this building then?
I'd suppose so, unless the books have led me astray, which I doubt they do because I can read.
Eris kind of just like gives a brief smirk. Well, then we should get going. If there's any jobs in the city, then I would prefer if we found something that was more local. Chalet's the one that wants to find something that can help her explore. Yeah, I would prefer if we went out to, explore, maybe, I don't know, protecting a royal figure, bringing them to another city somewhere. Oh, there's so much that we could do.
That sounds great. You two head in. I'll catch up in a bit.
Okay. We don't really know anybody, but I'm sure we can ask someone around. So the pair go inside.
And as soon as they step in and the doors close behind them and they're out of sight, I sprint away, full speed.
Where are you going?
All right, I'm looking for the market, looking for the rich market. I'm looking for expensive stuff.
Okay. Okay, so you know that the northeastern portion of the city, especially with your history check from before, is generally the higher ups facilities. They are less waterlogged, being further away from the river, the sea, and they're a little bit elevated. So that way, in case there were to be a high tide or a flood of sorts, they would be nearly immune to the effects. So that's your best place to look. Making your way there, you can tell that the structure and general value of the homes begins to increase as you've gotten closer and closer. The number of beggars seems to lessen and lessen, and the more amount of guard patrols are also increasing.
I see. Okay. Is there, on my way there, is there an alley I can duck into and be hidden for a moment?
Yeah, there's plenty of different alleyways that you could easily just duck into for a few seconds or a minute or something.
As I'm in one of these alleys, I will burn one of our shape changes.
Okay.
And turn into... let me check the list. Half of these are devils. I will turn into the elf wizard bartender that you viciously and violently murdered in his establishment.
Okay, so you turn into a silver-haired, slightly teal green-eyed elven man who's got a little bit of paler skin, being away from the sun in Neverwinter. Still wearing our clothes and such.
This might be a problem.
You have definitely changed. Slight height, maybe a few inches at best.
Do we still have our clothes from the Shadowfell? Our black pants and white shirt?
Yes, that's what we're still wearing.
Are we still wearing that? Okay.
Yeah, we didn't change when we were going to hell.
Okay, I'll put the glasses back into the bag, because I know Anna will be upset if I don't.
Oh yeah, hell will.
And I grabbed them by the lens too, just to annoy her.
Oh, that's the worst. You are a monster. I'm gonna put down smudged glasses inside the fucking tools and gear, you animal.
Yes, good.
Ugh. Alright, so you smudge up the glasses and put them inside the bag of holding.
Alright, and then I just casually stroll into the marketplace.
Okay. Looking around. Okay, make an investigation check. Are you looking for anything specific?
Something valuable, like a diamond.
Okay. Yeah, make an investigation check.
Alright. 14.
14? You're able to find tons of things. There are people selling royal clothes, a few selling some magical items, though they do not seem to be carrying anything drastically significant, as most royal folk are not adventurers. So a lot of it is very nice cloth, jewelry, services, and you can definitely find amongst the facilities that have jewelry, there are raw gemstones laid out. There are a few that seem to have ruby red gems. A single one has a sapphire that looks immaculate. And there is, in fact, a few places that seem to have diamonds. Though they are not massive, they do seem to have a substantial value to them.
I'm getting that sensation in my head. I gotta steal something soon.
Oh, God.
Oh. Can I gauge the approximate value of these diamonds?
Yes. Make a... What would a gemologist... What would gemology be?
Gemology. Classic gemology.
What would appraisal be?
Investigation, maybe?
Yes. We'll say insight, actually.
Insight?
Yeah,
Beautiful.
We'll say insight. Insight
Better
makes
at
more
this than
sense.
I am at investigation.
Yeah.
Not one.
These diamonds look expensive. You've seen some pricey rocks before, and these look like pricey rocks.
Oh yes, Anna, we're gonna be rich. Get ready.
Yeah, several thousands of gold worth.
Oh, I'm prepared. Is this stall guarded? Closely?
Oh, there's guards all over the place. There are some that are positioned at posts, more or less. They aren't necessarily staring at you, but they're definitely keeping a careful eye out, especially since you kind of stick out in comparison to the rest of the civilians around here. You're wearing black while everyone else is wearing rather nicer clothes and royal clothes.
Oh, I wish I could afford these clothes. Maybe. I've had a brilliant stroke of genius yet again.
Gonna steal the nice clothes, that way you can look less out of place.
I stroll over to the clothing stall. Good day to you.
You can see that there's a gnomish man who kind of sits on top of a stool. He's got a little bit of a gray beard that goes into like a mustache combo, and he's got jutted, pointed hair on the top of him that comes to like almost a rocket point. Hello. What can I do for you?
I am looking for new clothing. As you can tell, I am not...
Oh, yes, I'm sorry, sir. You look just the worst. However, I have some very nice celestial clothing here. It comes straight from the gods.
Oh, do go on, please. I am very interested.
Well, obviously it has not been actually from the gods. However, it is a very nice material brought out of the continent. More southern to the continent of Wulsk.
Oh my.
They had to cross the Djinni Desert and make it across the Amna Mountains.
I am just nodding and just being like, oh yes, even though I have no idea what the fuck he's talking about.
Make a deception check, or make a performance check.
Ooh. 19.
19? Alright. Yeah, he's just, you're feeding into his ego right now, and he's just, oh, yeah, so if there's anything that you're looking for, then I have the best quality.
Do you have anything that I might be able to try on to get a sense for your fabric, how it feels?
You do seem to be in some drab clothing, so if we can get you into something much nicer, then I think that it'll help. I think that you need to experience this cloth. So, I have a few things. What are you in the mind of looking for?
Do you have something that is stylish yet flexible?
That is quite extreme. I could find something. Give me about a moment. And he goes digging into several of these like racks of clothes and cloth, and he pulls out a very optimal article of clothing. It's more of like less of a one-piece suit and more of just a very long suede shirt. It has a nice collar that goes upwards from around the back of the neck and seems to tuft down into like a frilly gold design. The long sleeve cuffs also come into the same frill on both of your arms, and when it goes down, it seems to have this like rippling of blue that goes from waist downwards, almost like a dress of sorts, but it seems to be more tailored for both genders.
It is quite
or
garish.
All genders,
I love
rather.
it.
Yeah, it seems to be prepared for as much ambiguity as possible and can seem to tailor to any individual. All genders alike.
I really do like this. Even though internally I'm like, I would never be caught wearing this. The colors are all wrong. They don't match my hair at all.
Gold and blue? Yeah, you're right. You have what, gray?
This is fantastic.
Well, I'm glad you like it. If you're looking into it, then we'll try it on to make sure it fits. I'm maybe a little bit big, but I think that it'll fit you quite fine.
I take it gently from him and I put it on.
Yep. So it can fit over your current clothing too.
Very good.
So it kind of fits over your armor, just like covering it.
Nice.
And it seems to fit pretty well. The sleeves might be a little bit longer than you might have wanted, but nothing that we can't fix.
This is quite splendid. I am loving this design. How much is this?
Well, it is a little bit more expensive, being it's more flexible. It can actually stretch outwards, and it's very, how do you say, not airproof, it's very breezy. So it's got a very thin material as well as it being flexible. As a result, it would run you roughly about 10 gold.
I have a heart attack.
You have a heart attack?
I have a heart attack. Just a mini heart attack. My heart just stops.
Oh, okay, make a performance check.
Unless he can beat a 27.
No. You have trumped him 3 times over. So you put it on, you're looking at it, and it feels really nice. The cloth and material is actually very silky smooth. And then all of a sudden, oh no. It must be the breakfast that you just had of lamb and beans and
my
panic.
Heart. Oh.
As you have just now realized that you had not eaten in over 40 hours.
Oh, no.
And are starving to death. And realize that you need to eat something soon. And,
oh, God.
And you have a heart attack out in the middle of the open. Just, no, this day has come too soon. Making it super dramatic, and you fall face first into the ground. The gnomish man, oh no, sir. Sir, stay with me. You're wearing my most finest of cloth. I can't have a new customer dying in vain. Gods, help, gods. And they start to rush around. A few people are kind of freaking out. There seems to be like a crowd circling around you as you are pretending to be dead on the ground.
Sneakily, can I look to see if that one stall is more or less unguarded because of this commotion?
You can tell that definitely the guards that are nearby it seem to have been dragged over, mainly by the crowd that seems to be gathering and watching this stall. It is definitely less guarded than it was before. As far as you can tell, there doesn't seem to be any guards keeping an eye on it, though the patron that is still inside of it is there.
Okay. I have a plan. This might not work. We will see.
Okay.
I just pretend to be dead. I just lay there for a bit.
Okay. Yeah, also you can see that the guy is the man behind. He seems to be a little bit of more overweight than the common individual. Though he is not he's still in shape. He is definitely just seems to have been partaking in his royal festivities for a little bit longer than desired. But he seems to be a little distracted by the commotion that seems to be. He's like leaning forwards out of his stall, looking at the general crowd, and then the crowd kind of fills in outside of it as you play dead. So it's a little difficult to see through it now.
Okay, I keep waiting.
Okay. After some time, the guards get past the crowd. Get out of the way! Get out of the way! What happened here?
He had such a heart attack to my most decadent cloth. It might have burst his heart.
And the guards kind of look at you. One of them leans back. Go find a medic. He might still be alive. He seems to be breathing.
No.
He flips you over. No, he's not. Hurry, get someone. Get a cleric. Get someone from the government building. And one of the guards goes sprinting off towards the center of the city. The other one is still there with you.
I
need you to tell me everything that happened here.
Well, he was gathering. He wanted to find some better clothes. Seemed to be wearing a little bit ramshackled, and he was just about to purchase my finest of silk. And here, I'll show you. And he kind of takes the other guard and shows him the rest of the stock. I don't have anything that could have poisoned him or anything of the sort. So it's not. I didn't do this. I didn't cause it. He just. I'm not sure. He just fell over dead.
Is there anything that you're waiting for?
I'm either waiting for the crowd to disperse or they pick me up.
Okay. Well, the guard's definitely not going to pick you up. After a few minutes, maybe, the crowd seems to kind of disperse a little bit. Not a massive amount, but it seems like people are starting to go back to their business. The ones that are staying to linger, some of the few that want to know the resolution to this. But you can see that some people, after a few minutes, have kind of gone about their business, not paying much attention. You can see the guard is still checking over you. The gnome man is more or less freaking out at his chair, looking around as people are kind of glaring at him, thinking that he might have caused this or something.
Okay, new plan. Change of plan. I start coughing and sputtering.
He's alive. He's alive. Help! It's someone who has got any medical training. And some people start to crowd back in as they've heard this guard shouting for help again. And
God.
After a few moments, this half-elven man kind of comes out, and he's got these pinpointed glasses on. He seems to be fairly old, and he's got gray hair that goes down his neck and balding up on the top of his rim, like a rim top baldness. Comes out with looks to me like a medical kit or an herbalism kit, and he starts putting together some tea leaves and some other leaves of sorts, and kind of like feeds it to you, or he's holding it up to you.
I take it.
Yeah, okay.
That man, he tried to kill me.
What happened?
I don't know what he did. He waved his hand and then I fell down. I don't know.
Make a deception check.
That is at 25.
Oh, poor guy. Poor gnome guy. Sir, you are under arrest for the attempted murder of an individual. This city does not tend kindly. We've had instances of this terroristic acts in the past, and we will not have this again. And he grabs him by the back. No, I didn't do it. He might have misspoke or might have misunderstood something. I didn't do anything. I swear, this didn't happen. No, stop. And he just starts to get taken away and dragged down the rest of the road. Some of the patrons that are around seem to be following him now as he's being dragged towards the government building.
Okay.
So there's no guards currently in the vicinity. There's still plenty of patrons, as it's a very bustling city and busy.
Okay, this works. This works for me. I get up.
Okay.
I start inching my way towards the jewel stall.
Okay, yeah. You can see that there's nobody there that's buying it, but you can still see the rotund man sitting down in what looks to be a fairly luxurious stool of sorts.
I turn my attention to the guards for a split second and shout, "That man is innocent, by the way." And then I start loading gems into the bag.
Right in front of the guy?
Yep.
Oh, God.
I wink at him.
Okay. Make a... Oh, God. Just make a sleight of hand check. Not just because you're stealthy, but so that way you can grab as much as you can.
Alright. Wait, what?
Make a sleight of hand check just to see how much you can grab.
Natural 20.
Oh, okay. So... As you turn back and shout, "That man is innocent!" the guard looks back, not being able to see you, just hearing the voice. Make a persuasion check on that, actually. Because
21.
that's not enough to beat your deception from before.
Wow, okay.
So he hears this voice and doesn't recognize it over the chattering of everyone else. "Everyone go back to your business. This man is being arrested in the ideals that he might have been attempting at murder. Go back to your business." And he starts taking the gnome back down. As you are stuffing these in, the large man there looks at you. What are you doing? Stop it! Guards! Guards! And he starts shouting. Then the guard now turns. "Damn it all!" He looks around. "Somebody get over there!" And a few guards, like a pair from a different alleyway or different road, begin to make their way over to you.
Okay, I just keep loading up. I am not paying any attention. I'm humming a nice little tune to myself.
Okay. After a few seconds of you grabbing, the large man is essentially getting out. A door opens and he's charging at you as well. He's 5 feet from you now.
Okay, that's fine.
Let's roll initiative, as the guards at this point are now about 30 feet from you as well. There's about 4 of them, 2 pairs.
That is okay. Are you prepared for initiative order?
I am, yes.
That is a 7.
7, okay. Let me get my tracker out. We get to roll normal initiative. Not something that's going to obliterate us all to death in a matter of seconds. Hooray! Okay. Initiative tracker. Okay, so you got a 7, you said?
7. Yeah.
7. Okay, give me a second. I have to change everything on my initiative tracker. No, this is stupid. I should do it a different way. I'm an idiot. I'll do it on the notes page. 7. You.
Yes.
We got the bulbous man at a 13.
Is this the Lard Lord?
It is not the Lard Lord. It is just because the Lard Lord is substantially larger than this man.
Yes.
And he's also not fit like this man is.
Size is directly related to power and wealth.
I mean, in medieval times, absolutely.
Yes. Also, pale-skinned people were the high class.
Powdered
because
skin.
they did not go outside.
They did not go outside. This is true. Okay. So, first to act are the 4 guards.
Oh boy.
As you are still there stuffing your grubby hands with gemstones and anything valuable that are on this pedestal, some of which are kind of coated in glass, and you open up the glass and grab at them. The 4 guards all at once essentially surround you. I need you to make a contested athletics check from 4 people.
I'll roll 4 dice at one time. Let's do this straight roll.
For you, it's actually dexterity or acrobatics.
It's acrobatics.
Yeah, because to contest a
It's either it's athletics or acrobatics to escape a grapple.
I have a chance then.
You do. From 4 though. Okay. The first one was a 3. The second one was a 17.
What was that? Start over, please.
3.
25.
Okay. 17.
19.
Okay. Third one. That is a 16.
12. Shit.
Okay. And fourth one. Natural 20.
That's 10.
Okay. So as you are grabbing at some of these, 2 hands go to grab you. You just kind of like slither your hand away as they reach for your hands. And then as you do, these 2 other guards from behind you, one grabs both of your arms and kind of pulls you off from the gemstones after you've kind of raided this entire thing. And the other one like places both of his hands onto your legs and is essentially preventing you from moving. So at this point you are restrained.
Oh.
As the large man is there now. And you were putting them in the bag?
Yep.
Okay. So the large man, he goes, he stole. Look at everything that he stole. And he looks into all of the vast amount of empty glass canisters. There's still some, but not a lot. And there was easily probably about 15 to 17 different gemstones that looked to be missing. And he opens the bag. They're not here. What? Where did you hide them?
Okay. Is it my turn?
Yeah, at this point, that was his entire turn to search you, to try to find them.
I see. I lunk at him, I smile, and I wink. Trade secrets, and I will use the cloak to Dimension Doorway.
Now, do you need to have free movement to use the cloak? Or is it just instantaneous?
I'm uncertain.
I will get my DM's book out. The Cloak of the Mountebank. My DM's guide. There it is. Cloaks. This is the nitty-gritty. The Cloak of the Mountebank. That is Cloak of the Manta Ray. Is Mountebank in the,
Should be.
Huh. I do not see it. Is it in Xanathar's guide?
Mayhaps?
I'll just Google it.
No, it is. It's in the player's author, DM's guide.
Oh, where is it?
Page 157.
I was just looking at that.
Oh.
Oh. Cape of the Mountebank. While wearing it, you can use Dimension Door as an action. This property of the cape can't be used again until the next dawn. When you disappear, you leave behind. Yeah, it's just instantaneous then.
Very good.
Alright. Fair enough. So, where are you teleporting to?
Oh god. Just away from here.
Okay.
Hopefully into a dank alley.
Not being at the city itself or exploring it too much, it's, you would be traveling about 500 feet, to a familiar place would definitely be about 500 feet towards the government buildings.
Okay.
Or you could Dimension Door about 50 feet into that alley that you were in before.
Oh.
Or you can choose a direction and hope that it's somewhere that's not covered.
Might as well make this even more hectic. Let's go 300 feet to the south.
To south. I'm gonna need you to roll me percentage checks.
Oh my.
Let me look at the spell for Dimension Door, because I believe if you choose a point that is card, you take damage.
Yes, 4d6.
Wait, how do you spell this? Alright, how are you casting this? Oh, right, Cloak of the Mountebank, duh. Or Cape of the Mountebank, duh. Yeah, make a percentage check.
4.
4?
4.
Okay. So you just pick a direction.
Yes.
And as you do, your vision fades and it flushes towards what looks to be a very thick wall.
Oh. Uh-oh.
And then you go through the wall and teleport into what looks to be a very dark room. And immediately appearing into this room, there's just this loud as a broom falls off onto you. Several articles of clothing clatter on, and you fall face first through a door where you can see it looks to be dark, except that the window seems to be allowing some remnants of light kind of emerge outwards. This room seems to be about a dining room. There's a kitchen in the corner that has a cooking spit and everything along the sorts, and seems to be a fairly well furnished room or house. You can see a set of stairs in the corner as well, and nobody seems to be here, at least in first glances.
Okay. You said I fell into clothing?
Yeah, more or less. There was a bunch of coats and leather coats that seem to have fallen outwards, like an entry closet.
I see. Okay. In that case, I will expend another shape change and turn into normal jester.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So, disgusting you takes shape once more.
I will put the fancy clothing into the bag as well, then I will steal some clothes from this closet and leave.
I'm gonna mark these as blue gold fancy clothes, fancy stretch clothes.
Fancy stretch clothes.
Yeah, fancy stretch clothes.
Very good.
Okay. And so yeah, you put on these leather clothing, and initially you realize that these are not going to fit you. These were definitely made for someone of a smaller stature.
Is this gnome clothing?
This does seem to be gnomish clothing.
I take it anyway.
Gnomish or dwarvish. So you're still putting them on in normal jester?
Still putting them in. I'll take them in the bag. They're coming with. No evidence.
I see. So you just stuff in gnome clothes, broom. So as you are raiding this house of gnomish clothing and a broom.
Okay.
Yeah, you're able to do that. You take off your fancy stretch clothes, and now you're just standing there in your jet black and chainmail or a chain shirt armor.
Ugh. Well, that went very well, I must say.
Yeah, that was interesting.
I'm surprised you aren't giving me shit.
Oh, I will, once I find out what you took.
Things? Shiny things?
Real shiny things, clearly.
Yes, quite. Alright. What's in this house? This room?
What's in the house? So, the house itself does not seem to have any torches or candles lit, and the furnishing seems to be pretty lavish. It has very nice leather work on what seems to be a love sofa, as well as some artwork up in the corner. It seems to be of a family, gnomish family, that has quite a number of clean-shaven and fancy gnome folk. There's a candelabra on top of what looks to be a dark oak table, and the chairs themselves seem to be of a similar complexion to the table.
And that's all tiny furniture too, right?
Oh yeah, it's all extremely tiny furniture because it is made for gnomish individuals.
Oh, it's so adorable. They're so little. I just leave. If the door is locked, I go through the window.
Okay. The door is definitely locked. The door, funny enough, is normal size. And so you open the window and you crawl out?
Yep.
Okay. Make a stealth check.
Who's ready to go to prison? Stealth. 21.
Okay. Getting out, you can definitely see there's some patrons that are running left and right, as well as a pair of guards sprinting down the alleyway. As you are climbing out of the window of a home that you do not own, you kind of quickly realize this might have been worrisome if someone were to spot you, but nobody seems to, and you close the window and nothing seems to be amiss.
Beautiful. I skip back to the government building with a hearty tune and a bag full of loot. Speaking of a bag full of loot.
Yes. You were grabbing at things. You don't know what's in there.
Nope.
So, I will keep that marked for myself.
Okay, thanks.
I'll mark it in the bag of holding. Sure. You would have known what you took, so I will actually explain it all to you.
Fine.
You don't know their values, especially from your insight roll before.
Was god awful.
You took at least what seems to be about 5 different red gemstones.
Oh yes.
3 pale green ones, gemstones as well. What looks to be about 4 diamond-like gemstones of various sizes. Because you took about 17, so that's 8, 12. You took 6 kind of orangish gemstones, and you took a single blue immaculate gemstone.
Beautiful.
As you have robbed this man of probably weeks and weeks and weeks of money. And you make your way to the government building of Waterdeep with a skip and a tune to your voice. Making your way there, you make it there with no problem. There's a few instances where guards are looking left and right for an individual in very fancy stretchable cloth material that seems to be blue and gold with frills on the collar and below the waist and cuffs. But they don't seem to spot anyone like that, as well as they were looking for an elven man at the time. So in your human aspect, right?
Yeah, yes.
His pale human skin in a completely different tone. You easily make it to the government building with no issues. No stops, nothing of the sort.
This was a very bountiful endeavor.
I mean, you stole a lot. You rolled very well on finding things and very poorly on what looked to be valuable.
Yes.
You still left about half of his things, but
time to go back.
Because some of them seem to have been in locked chests, locked ones. But in your haste of not knowing what looked to be the most valuable, you definitely grabbed at what was most readily available.
Alright. I guess I look for Chalet and Eris.
Yep, making your way inside. The building itself on the interior is very filled. There's a lot of desk work, nothing of the same size as the desks in Hell. And there seems to be a number of different people behind them. Some of them are half-orcish, some of them are tiefling. There's a few humans, varying genders, and does seem to be pretty bustling and busy in here. This is more reminiscent of Hell, the amount of people inside of this building. Though none of them seem to be tied behind by rope or bloodied or beaten, so that's a pretty nice change.
This is quite refreshing. We should do this more often.
You can definitely see that Chalet and Eris are standing there, though they seem to be getting heated with a man in plate armor with what looks to be fairly older tone to him, though is probably like maybe in his late 30s in age.
I stroll up all casually. What's wrong here?
Do you know these pair?
Yes.
They don't understand etiquette when it comes to position. They were trying to go upstairs and I couldn't allow them, but they demanded, well, this one did, and he kind of points to Chalet as Eris has been more or less silent in the argument. Well, I just wanted to speak to somebody about finding a job, and the jobs available currently are listed. You had to just speak to someone else that's down here, and they just go back and forth, more or less.
Oh. Alright, sir, you do realize you were talking to the heroes of Neverwinter, correct? These two single-handedly prevented the, mage uprising?
Oh, you're from Neverwinter. Make a deception check.
27.
Okay, that beats his 5. So, you know. I think a 27 will absolutely trounce a 5. Yeah, probably. Oh, I didn't realize there was a mage uprising. Personally, I don't agree with it, but
I just blankly stare for a hot moment. You didn't hear about the mage uprising? They attempted to overthrow the government.
Are you trying to maintain control?
Oh, shit. I didn't hear the...
Oh, really? Yeah, no, the timer went off.
Sure,
Try and
I will attempt.
Okay.
A 4.
5.
Oh, God.
So, as he says, I don't agree with their decision on the state of magic. But if you're the heroes that stopped the mage uprising, then good on you. And that's when you switch bodies. Well, you switch minds with Anna.
Beautiful. Let me get a quick drink first.
Fair. I'm almost down my second bottle of water. It's the most water I have probably drank in a session, because I don't have any caffeine with me.
I've drank so much water this week.
Well, I mean, yeah, you've been sick, so that's fair.
I think today wasn't nearly as much. Yesterday was far too much. Stay hydrated.
Stay hydrated.
Hydration. Complete. Global. Hydration.
It's a little different because he's hydrated.
Oh, I'm not parched anymore, thanks.
Yes.
Now back to Ouroboros. Alright, I'm ready when you are.
Alright, give me a second. Alright.
You have dry-ass hands. My god.
I really do. Which is funny because I smudge everything I touch. It's annoying.
Greasy, dry hands.
Yeah, I don't know if that's possible. Whatever. I'll deal with it later.
Alright. Anna.
Alright.
You find yourself in the midst of a conversation between yourself, Eris, Chalet, and this armored man.
Do I remember anything about the conversation?
It's up to you. If you say you were observing, I'm not going to say no.
Yes, the Mage Uprising, it was extremely catastrophic, and these two were able to successfully brush them aside.
Well, color me impressed. And Chalet kinda nudges you with her hand. Doesn't say anything. The man continues. So I assume you're here looking for work, right?
We are. Something apart from anything within the city. Would be anything in general, just nothing too Neverwinter. We have been there for quite a while and wish to venture out somewhere else.
Well, I can imagine that wouldn't really want to go back to Neverwinter in the current state. That's it's completely fair. I can please follow me. We'll go upstairs and we can discuss more up there.
I'm gonna give a kind of a back behind them, and yeah. So we will follow. I'm gonna lean in. What did you want?
For like a position? Is that what you're asking them about? What do you mean?
I was leaning into Chalet as she kind of nudged me.
What did you want? Explain, I am lost.
Because she nudged me, didn't she?
Oh, yes. Lying? Now? Really?
Look, I had to continue the conversation. Jester started it.
She gets a panicked look in her face, like, oh god.
Just roll with it. We got in what we needed. Don't worry about it.
She nods feverishly. We follow this man upstairs. He leads through a double door, a large oak double door, to a room, a circular room with maps all over the walls, a large dark oak desk, several chairs around it, and a couch against the wall. He beckons you inside.
Lovely.
As you step in, he closes the doors behind you, pulls up 3 chairs for you, at least arranges them better, and then he sits behind the desk. Please take a seat.
Yes. Let us sit. And I will sit down.
Eris and Chalet also sit. You, even just by looking at her, you can tell that Eris is nervous.
Eris is nervous.
Very
There's
nervous.
A lot of is in that sentence.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. All right. Well, I am Captain Lockthwain, and I will be very pleased to set you up with a job.
Great. We are looking for a lot of different positions. Just anything that's not going to Neverwinter would be much obliged.
Second. Okay, there. Just writing down his name in case I forget.
I also have to note that we are still in Jester phase.
Yes.
Yes.
Alright, so you do not want to go to Neverwinter, which is completely understandable. Not many do at this time, but no matter.
No.
Did you have a preference of what kind of job the three of you would like to work? Or you could work separate jobs too, that's entirely possible.
Probably something together. I'm gonna look at the two of them.
Eris is nodding, and Chalet says, yes, something together, please. Well, that's fine. He opens up a drawer, pulls out like a small handful of papers, closes it again. Now, I have several jobs that I think you might like to fill. And as he's talking to you, he's shuffling through the papers. He reads them briefly. Sometimes he scowls and he puts them at the bottom of the stack. Sometimes he sets one aside. Now, we have several jobs at the moment. One, the one with the earliest time frame would be this one. He puts it down in front of you. We require several mercenaries to protect a trading vessel that is heading to the south.
Who would we be protecting?
Protecting the goods more than someone important. It is not a very glamorous job, I admit, but it is well paying. 100 gold per person.
Oh, that is a substantial amount. How far south would we be traveling?
We're using your map, right?
I don't know. Do we have to? That's up to you. We can use yours. We can actually use the legitimate one.
Okay.
It's up to you.
Give me a second. Sure.
Okay, if you want to send that one to me, I just don't have another world prepared for this.
Sec. I know I have it saved somewhere. Yes.
Okay, if you want to send that to me.
Yep. I'm sending it now.
We can say that since a lot of those places that I just called don't exist in that, like the Djinni Desert and stuff, we can say that dude was lively boasting.
Works for
However, the mounts do. The place that the twins lived, or rather, that place does exist. We'll just homebrew that in.
Yep, works. Right.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna save this picture.
The man takes the note and skims down a little bit. They are heading to Athkatla. Tis an independent city outside of Neverwinter's domain. Very wealthy. They say the streets are paved with gold, if you believe that sort of thing.
I can't see how far this is. This map is very tiny.
Ah, shit. That is the best I could do. I'm sorry.
In relation to, say, the mountains, how far is it?
How about this? I can send you this zoomed in version.
Okay, that works. Because yeah, it's very tiny.
Athkatla's on the coast, right by the title.
Right by where?
Sea of Swords. Yeah.
Right by where?
The title of Sea of Swords. Did you get that? Hello?
I'm trying to read the titles. It's right by the title of it?
Yes. It's... God, I don't know. Quite a ways.
Is it across the water?
Same side, same continent, but way far.
Same side.
Past Baldur's Gate.
Past Baldur's Gate. Okay. That's all I really needed to know.
Okay.
Okay, I see where we are now. Okay, so that's Waterdeep up there.
Yes.
Okay, that's the Winding Way River. That's Baldur's Gate, and it's beyond Baldur's Gate. Okay.
Yes.
I'm seeing it now. How long would that take? Better part of like a month?
Well, you'd be traveling on a very large galleon, so...
Oh. Travel by boat?
Yes. maybe less than a week. I must admit I do not do much sea travel myself. Once you're there, you can either choose to return, and your expenses will be covered upon your return, or you can choose to stay there.
Anything else that you might have? Maybe something a little bit more local?
He puts it down and pushes over to your side of the table. No, not this. This is the Waterdeep. You definitely don't want to go to Jolt. Well, one of the wealthy masked lords is looking for more defense for his estate.
That's a more permanent resident job. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
You'll probably be positioned there until, well, either until you're fired or you retire. Pays exceptionally well, but stakes are also very high.
Why are the stakes so high?
Well, he is a very wealthy lord. I'm sure you can imagine why he might be a target to some. Thieves and otherwise. The sheet does not say, but judging by, he stands up and walks over up to his bulletin board behind him, flips through a couple pages hanging. According to this, the going rates for estate defense here in the city and within its boundaries is 500 gold a week.
That is substantial.
It is quite a bit, I agree.
Is this man wanted for something?
No. He likes to protect his assets. He is one of the more out there.
Shadier ones?
Not quite so shady, more of untrusting. He is a decent man. I've talked to him once or twice in my career, but yes, he is very sequestered.
Interesting. So we have a traveling job that would take us far away for about a month.
Yes. I do have more if you would like to hear them.
Sure, yeah. Any of these interest you two?
Eris, she's thinking on something. A boat trip couldn't be so bad. I enjoyed the one we were on quite recently.
Did you?
For what it was worth, I suppose.
I mean, we weren't attacked.
This is true.
So that's nice.
Soleil hasn't really decided on much yet. She isn't very interested in traveling via ship or defending a wealthy man for a very long time.
Fair.
Now, something a little bit more unorthodox. I gotta come up with something that's slightly more unorthodox. The masked lords are putting together a secret strike force to attack out at our enemies before they can, well, attack us, I suppose.
Well, that sounds quite interesting.
I can't disclose much, of course, because it is rather secret. But
Fair.
Judging by how these two are the heroes of Neverwinter, and you have ties to them, I assume would be within your range of skill.
And what is the value of this one?
Pay cannot be discussed for this. Here, you would have to ask your employers, or potential employers.
You're starting to get a little choppy on your end.
Let me get a little closer then. I was leaning back.
I think it's a Discord thing. I don't think it's your microphone thing.
Shit.
Yeah.
Do I sound okay still or no?
Yeah, you sound fine.
Alright.
Okay.
Well,
Where will we need to go to find this?
I could take you to their council chambers this afternoon, if you so desired. As for what your tasks would be through the day today, I cannot say.
Well, these are all very interesting. Can we decide after we discuss in the council room?
Absolutely. There is no rush, other than maybe the Afkatla job, mainly because they leave tomorrow morning.
Well, then let's discuss this afternoon then. You'll
All
be
right.
able to take us to the council, and then we can figure out our plan from there.
He takes the 3 papers that you showed interest in, stacks them together, and then pins them to his wall, and puts the rest in his desk. Well,
Great.
thank you very much. Right this way, please. And he gets up and opens the doors for you.
Hello?
Hello?
Okay, you're back. You cut out there.
Oh, shit. He opens the doors and gestures, or asks you to leave.
I will stand. Well, let us go, ladies. We have a little bit to discuss.
He follows you out and bids you good day.
So when would you like to see us?
For the meeting?
Yeah.
Anytime after noon would work. If you were not quite sold on this and you were considering the Afkatla job, I would consider coming back sooner rather than later, as there is
Okay.
paperwork to be filled out otherwise.
Well, I think sitting on a boat might be a little bit out of our time constraint, but maybe we'll discuss and then we'll get back to you as soon as we can, and we'll be seeing you in the afternoon to talk to the others if we plan to not take the boat.
Okay, sounds good. I will be here. Just ask for Captain Lochthwain at the front desk, and I will be down forthwith. Have a good morning.
All right. Well, let us go, ladies. We have a few things to figure out and some of our friends to discuss with.
Yes. Oh, yes. Everybody says yes now. Get ready.
Yes. Yes.
Alright, so you're heading back to the tavern?
Yeah, I think that we should discuss with everyone.
Okay. So you make your way back. It takes you maybe 5-6 minutes. It's not very far from here. You sit down at your table. Your other friends are still where you left them. Because they don't get up to much, apparently.
I mean, Ben's kind of,
Ben
crippled.
literally can't get up to much.
Yeah.
Ah.
Here, give me 1 second. Okay, I'm ready.
Alright. So, the 3 of you walk in and sit down at the table with your other better friends. Ben is still eating food, though slower now, as he has been eating for quite a long time.
Better go a little bit slower there. You don't want to gain too much weight if you're going to be planning on working out again.
Gotta bulk up. I lost so much weight working in hell. Oh, gotta bulk up again. Yes.
All right, well, fair enough, fair enough.
Amy turns to you. He's been eating since you left. I'm scared and also impressed.
Well, I mean, he's been eating that sweet meat for a month before he met us.
Oh god, the sweet meat. It haunts my dreams.
It'll haunt it for a while longer, sure. So, we discussed a few things, and we're going to be going in to probably talk in the afternoon to figure out of a Secret Service force.
Secret Service Force. That sounds interesting.
It does. The only thing is we don't know where we're going, what we're doing, how much we're being paid for it. Maybe we should find a room, too. We might be able to discuss a few things.
You look around the inn, or the tavern. This seems to be more of an adventurer's tavern. There aren't any undesirables in here, mainly because they'd be afraid to be, killed or whatever. Besides that, it's also fairly empty. There's one tiefling man wearing heavy armor who's sitting across the inn from you, drinking some kind of strong alcohol. Has a bit of food in front of him.
Okay. I'm gonna pull out the 4 diamonds that we took.
Everybody's eyes go wide. Where did you find these?
Jester had purchased them. He helped a man with his store, and this thief was trying to steal thousands and thousands of gold worth of gems, and he stopped them. We got rewarded with these diamonds.
That's a big old deception check.
Can I inquire for Jester's deception checks?
Go for it.
Okay.
You get plus 11.
That is much better than my plus, 4, I think. Yeah. 28. Yeah, everybody surprisingly fails.
Who would have thought? Wow, that's very generous of this man.
Yeah, he was a very high nobleman, and as a result, he felt that these were worth our saving of all of his possessions, or at least a vast majority of them. I don't know how much they're worth. I didn't actually ask, but I can take a look quick. I can ritual cast Identify on them to get the specific amount, or I can just roll. It's up to you.
Just do an insight check. Why not?
Okay. It's a natural one.
Yeah, these are some gemstones, and they've got some value to them. Actual value you aren't too sure about, but you know they're pretty valuable.
Yeah, they just look like shiny rocks to me. I don't know. They're really strange. I can't really equate how much they're worth. Maybe they were only worth a few gold, and that's why he gave them
picks
to us.
Up the largest of the diamonds, and she will cast Identify. And as soon as she does,
I have that too.
As soon as she does, her eyes go wide, and she puts it down. That is very expensive.
Oh, how much is it? As I'm going to be stuffing in some crackers into my face.
As she puts down the largest and most cleanly cut diamond, it's worth 501 gold.
That much? Really?
Are you smoking, Anna? Are you okay?
Well, this is Jester's body, and I didn't think changing would help our situation, but I was eating some crackers, and you caught me off guard.
I don't smoke, Anna, please.
Well then, fine. I'll use my normal voice, and it'll sound slightly strange. But I'm still going to be eating these crackers.
Fine. Where'd you even find these crackers? It's fine. We haven't eaten in a while. 3 hours. Eris continues. Judging by this one being the best of the 4, these other ones are probably about 250, 300 apiece. If I had to take a rough estimate.
Wow. That's a lot. This man was very generous.
Extremely. You should be flattered.
If he gave us nearly over
nearly 1,500 gold piece worth of diamonds, then that means that what's being stolen must have been worth way more than that.
Sounds like a very wealthy man.
Mm-hmm. Well, since we have these, we can fix our good friend Barst, as well as have a little bit of some spending room for our adventure.
Yes. The sisters kind of talk amongst themselves. Would you mind if we used one to cover our travel expenses?
Absolutely. Take one. I'm gonna hand them the diamond, not the 500, one of the 300 piece.
Okay.
And I'm also gonna hand them the pearl necklace.
The one we've been carrying for literal ages?
Yes.
Alright.
This was something that we found on our ventures before. Chalet, you should recognize this, right?
I know she should, but I don't remember why.
Because we got it from the city. The one with Barst.
That's right, we did. Yes, I recall.
And she and Barst were like the only two people that were with us.
Yes. This is extremely generous. Thank you very much.
You deserve it. You have lived in a shithole for the better part of a week or two, and deserve to go home.
Well, the best we can do is thank you, and I suppose we could name something after you.
No, please don't. It's fine. I am just glad that I could save a few of my friends.
Well, thank you again, truly.
Well, I will find you in crusted shallows.
They smile and both nod. That sounds great. Now, I don't mean to be rude, but we have some gear to purchase.
Yeah. Go and take care of it. I'll make sure that you can get fed here, plenty.
They both get up and leave. Diamond and necklace in their bags.
Oh. Now, Ben.
Ben is like wrists deep in the chicken. Oh, what?
How are you doing?
I got food in my belly. My legs are fucked. Missing an arm. I've been better. Nice to be home now.
Mm-hmm. How far is your home from here?
North of Neverwinter.
Oh, so not too far.
Not too bad, no.
Well, I kind of gave everything that I had to them for a while. Well, not everything, but a fair amount. So, apart from our venture, this will cover you for food, so that way you can recover, put you up in a nice, good place. And it'll also just get you some nice, delicious food. I'm going to hand him the 45 gold pieces that we've been carrying.
Hand him what, sir?
45 gold pieces.
45? Oh. Alright. He nods and accepts the gold. Thank you very much.
This is all the money that I had. And I'll pawn off the diamond that I have, so that way we can get some more adventuring gear. But this should definitely help you recover. Get some good medicine and maybe some like herbal tea. How long has it been since you've had tea?
He gets 1,000 yards there.
Long enough. Get some good tea and relax some. You've been through hell. In quite the literal term.
Yeah, you're right. I'll I'll look for some tea, look for some good medicine, and then I will see about procuring a way back up north.
Yeah, definitely. With that much money, you should easily be able to find ferry, and it'll only take you probably like a week to get up there.
He smiles, looks wistfully up into the ceiling. It's been a long time since I've been home. Oh, well, thank you, friend. Truly, you are a godsend.
And thank you. You're part of the reason why I was able to keep going. It was very important to me that I could get you out. That's why I came back.
He nods
thank you.
slowly. You carried my broken body out of that hellscape, and I will never forget you. If you ever find yourself up north, please feel free to come visit.
Oh, I'll visit, and that cabin better be fully prepared.
He smiles, a big toothy grin full of chicken. Oh, it'll be ready.
Oh yeah, and it'll be amazing.
It'll be the best goddamn cabin you've ever seen.
Best of luck. I'm sure you'll make it.
He goes back to eating his chicken.
I go back to eating my crackers. Alright, so Chalet Eris. What interests you more? The venture down south on a boat for a month's journey? The sitting inside of a home for 500 gold a week, as they are extremely dangerous? Or going on this secret adventure as a secret service group to an unknown destination with an unknown amount of money by an unknown group of individuals?
Eris starts talking first. Well, the practical side of me says that we should take the trip down south first, because we get out to see the world, and it's very by the book. Though part of me wishes to also maybe hear what the secret mission is about.
You know, I was thinking the same thing. 500 gold a week is a lot. However, it's probably a very fast way to die.
Probably.
Because who has enough money to dish out 500 gold a week per person? That's a lot. That's 1,500 gold for the three of us a week.
Maybe he is that wealthy. I am unsure. I know very little about this city other than what Jester told us.
Well, I don't know much about the city either. I never really did a whole lot here. Only read about some things. I guess that's what Jester picked up on. But, yeah, I think the secret group might be more interesting, or at least more substantial. And who knows, maybe we'll travel even with that still.
Maybe. It's worth at least hearing out what they have to say.
Mm-hmm. And if we don't like it, then we can go travel somewhere else and go do that.
Well, it sure doesn't seem like we're hurting for funds anymore.
No, that diamond is very nice, and I'll be able to save Barst. Talk to him, maybe he'll join us, or maybe he'll go off on his own, do some soul searching with his newly found body.
Chalet laughs slightly. I think you mean newfound soul. I would be interested in this secret force as well. It sounds quite engaging. I'm not one for needless travel, nor am I one for standing around all day. I've done too much of both recently.
I'd agree. However, it's a walking contradiction, as if you're traveling needlessly, then you don't want to do that. But then if you're not standing, or if you're standing in the same place needlessly, then you're kind of like, you need to move, but you can't move, but you also don't want to stand still, so you need to move. Gets kind of a revolution, but I see what you're saying.
She just stares at you, just blank-faced. God, you are worse than him.
It just, yeah. I'm just giddy that we're out of hell.
Yes.
It was bad.
It has been extremely terrible, I imagine. I'm glad to finally be free of the Shadowfell. This is... And she gestures to the space around you. This is much more than I ever anticipated.
It's nice. It's almost like living when you haven't been.
They both smile. I think living is the first thing we've done in a very long time.
So let's do this secret group. Let's we've already had one run-in with death, so let's do it again.
Yeah, let's do it
Enjoy our
again,
time.
because that's what the living do, am I right? Eris looks slightly perturbed, but she nods in agreement.
Eris, at least we'll be able to get to know each other more.
Yep. Oh, yes. By this time, it's like... It's high noon. Oh,
It's high noon. Oh, we have some time. Then I have an idea. I'm going to go and resurrect our dear friend Bost.
Okay. Where? Where?
I'm going to go into the well and kind of do it on the stairs. We got some time to kill. We have to wait till the afternoon to talk to him.
In the back of your mind, you hear Jester say, "Do it on the stairs? That's pretty kinky, Anna."
Jester...
I'm not judging.
Barst.
You do what you do.
Barst is very handsome.
I will just observe.
It's... Oh my god. It has been some time. However, I am currently not in a state that I would like to be.
Observe. And then he disappears into the back of your mind again.
Creepy dude. Gets off on biting people.
Hey, you assumed that he didn't. You believed him at face value.
You are correct. So, I'm going to take care of this. It'll be as far away from sunlight as possible, so he should be safe.
Okay. We'll be here.
Alright, well, I'll see you in an hour. I'm gonna stretch, get another
So you
handful of
step
crackers
down
in.
into the well. Whoa. Hello?
Hello?
Did you hear any of that?
You said that they were gonna stay here?
Yeah,
Waiting?
okay. So you step down into the well. And, you open up the bag. Is he in the bag or the hole?
Yep, he's in the bag of holding.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Open up the bag.
carefully call him out.
And he just kind of climbs up the bag. Oh yeah. Hey, where are we?
So, we are in the portal of the wells. We are in the material plane, and I figured I obtained the way to resurrect you.
That's,
With this diamond that is worth 501 gold.
wow, cutting it just a little close there, are we?
I mean, it is a very nice cut of a diamond.
You hold it up and it's okay. It's not multifaceted or anything, but it's decent.
It gets the job done. And I wanted to get you to yourself before, I don't know, something happens or night falls and I do it then, but the longer you are waiting, the more... I just wanted to get it done sooner than later. So...
He smiles, a genuine smile. Well, I will just stand here then, I guess, and you do what you do.
Alright, I'm going to then sit down. I'm going to give a brief prayer to Bishaba.
Oh my.
Using our double-sided coin that has the same coin, or has the same side on both of them.
Hell yes. Oh, it's so good. I love it.
The magic, our arcane focus.
Yes, so good.
Yeah, I like it too. And I'm going to cast Raise Dead.
He's dead. I always get this wrong. Animate Dead is the one that reses a zombie, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Raise Dead is the one that resurrects them. With 1 hit point, they have a -4 penalty to everything. And every time they get a long rest, it reduces it by 1.
Okay, so you cast Raise Dead on our good buddy Barst.
I don't know if this actually... Would I know if this would actually affect him? Because it says they have to be dead no longer than 10 days.
I mean, either I'm just going to let it work, or you kill him and then raise him, so...
That's fair, yeah. In reality, it doesn't... Because he's technically alive as an undead creature.
Yes.
Regardless.
So you cast Raise Dead on him. He, for a brief moment, a golden blinding light radiates over him, and as it fades, you can see that his face is twisted into pain, and he falls down to his knees, and his skin begins to steam slightly. But the longer this goes on, the more color returns to him, and eventually his pasty white skin is replaced with a like a nice tan. He stands up, weak. I feel horrible.
That's called feeling alive. Now let's get you some food and water and a nice place to sleep.
I don't want to be alive. This is horrendous. I haven't eaten in...
You were eating fish. I saw you eating fish.
Oh, well, I don't really eat the fish. I kind of just chew it, and then when she's not looking, I spit it out into the fire.
Gross.
What do you want me to do? I'm a vampire. Was a vampire?
Was. Yeah. Well, let's go and get this resolved. I'm going to take him, as I'm guessing he's probably, like, super malnourished and, like, nearly dead.
He has the same musculature as he did before, but he is...
Okay.
He's very, very weak. He's having trouble walking by himself.
I'm going to help him get up the stairs and go out into the diner and hopefully get him some food.
You kind of wear his arm like a scarf and help him walk. He's his feet kind of drag, but you can tell he's definitely trying to walk by himself. You eventually reach the top with him. He's like, my god, those stairs are horrible.
It was. I wanted to make sure I went down enough so that way there was no accidental sunlight to touch you.
Thank you. Really.
But now you can actually get sunlight.
The sun. I don't think I'll ever get over my phobia of it. But, thank you. You lead him over to a chair and sit him down. He kind of just falls into it. Bartender, without you even saying anything, kind of just walks over with a plate full of food and a mug full of water. And then leaves. Art begins to just voraciously. He just begins to eat like a rabid animal. He breaks the bones and sucks the marrow out. He gets right in there.
Oh god. Man, Ben, you got a competition going.
I don't think I can beat this guy.
I mean, to be fair, he hasn't eaten in...
I've been alive longer than you. No, wait. Let me rephrase that. I've been a vampire.
Dead longer than you've been alive.
Yes, that's exactly how I wanted to word this. This hunger is corrupting my brain.
He's been quite literally starving for years.
It has been several decades.
Well, you've got a lot of food and a lot of hunger to satiate your hunger.
I'm hoping it doesn't work like that, because that'd be fucking terrible. I guess we'll see.
I don't think you'll have to eat for years to get back your eating.
Just kill me now.
Solid. So, well, I'm going to inform you of all of our plans. I'm just going to relay everything that we were discussing to him.
He nods along as he eats. Oh yeah, that sounds good. Well, I must also admit that I am very intrigued by this secret force. It sounds very fun, very well paying as well, judging by the secrecy.
Just know that you don't have to come. Don't feel obligated. I wanted to help you for everything you had done for us in the Shadowfell, not to persuade you to come with us.
Well, if I am to begin living, I might as well do it amongst friends, no?
True. It would be greatly appreciated.
He gives a slight smile.
Though I do worry that maybe the resurrection might have had ill effects on your body. Maybe potential strengths might have been weakened. Class levels might have been lowered. I'm not sure.
I feel like maybe half the man I was before. I feel significantly worse than I used to be. Not 10 minutes ago. I can feel all my experience depleting.
I mean, I don't know. If he's a 9th level cleric, he would have greater restoration.
I am very weak. You have weakened me with your witchy magics.
With your witchy clerical magics.
I am not a cleric. I never was a cleric, and now I'm even less of what I was not.
Oh, was he not a cleric?
No, it's fine.
Oh. I've changed your entire life.
Every moment I live is a lie.
What was he? Is he a warlock?
He is a Hexblade wizard.
Oh. Oops.
Oh
This
well.
entire time I thought he's been a cleric. That's funny. That is really funny. Do wizards get greater restoration?
I do not believe so.
Probably not. But, almost like his entire visage has changed, and his entire knowledge of clerical arts at the time of seemed to have been changed.
Some weird twist of fate with the spell. I feel even
Was
less
raised
clerical than I was before.
I somehow hate clerics more now.
I am I'm cleric level -4. In fact, I owe them levels now because of the spell.
Well, we're going to discuss with them and get our plan situated. It should be coming up here fairly shortly, and we have maybe another hour before we should probably go talk to them.
Good, more time to eat.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm
you
gonna get some more crackers.
Unless you have anything else to discuss.
I'm actually going to go and check to see if I can have any lodging, and I want to try to get a room, so that way I can gather how valuable the rest of the gems are.
Okay. So you walk up to the tavern keep and ask him for a room. He holds out his hand.
I will place. I gave away all my gold.
Our gold. We've got nothing left.
I'm gonna hand him 6 silver.
As you reach into your pocket, you reach in for 6 silver, and you end up pulling out 2. And you shoot him a quizzical look, and he just nods and gestures to his hand.
I will put the 2 silver in his hand.
He takes it, closes his hand, opens it back up, and the coins are gone. In place of the coins is a key.
That's really cool.
You know,
I'm gonna take the key. I'm gonna go into the room with some chills down my fucking back.
you head up the flight of stairs to the second floor. Your key has a number 2 etched into the flat bit.
Mm-hmm.
Open up your door, step into your room. It is a large, spacious room with a 4-poster bed, red sheets, as you do. A small powder table thing with the mirrors.
Mm-hmm.
A small chaise lounge. And a large oval carpet.
This is nice. Very roomy. Okay. Time to get down to business. I'm going to start ritual casting Identify to try to gather the value of the rest of these gems.
Christ, let me open up the page. Alright, so, starting from the left side, the blue Immaculate Gemstone is worth about 400.
How much?
400.
400.
The 6 orange are worth about 125 apiece.
125 times 6. Okay.
The reds are 100.
100 times 5.
And the pale greens are 175.
175 times 3. We are fucking rich.
We are
God.
loaded.
Holy crap. So we got 2 diamonds, 600, 1,000. Let me just double check to make sure I'm still recording because my computer informed me that I am running very low on space.
Nice.
I've got about a half hour left of recording space.
Good. That's more than we need.
Oh yeah, we got only about 10 minutes left. Less than that. So we have, let's see here. We have 1,000. Oh man, I better get my calculator out for my brain calculator. Got 400, 600, 125. Okay. We got plus 500, and then we also have, that's 175, 350, 525. We have nearly 2,700 in gold pieces.
Oh boy.
Wow. That's a lot. We can get a real shield, Jester.
We can get real clothes.
Not stolen ones.
Better armor. So I'm not sneaking around in this jangly shirt.
I mean, the jangly shirt's fine, right? I mean, what else? What would you prefer?
Something dark and devilish.
Well, I mean, anything too heavy and you're gonna be walking around sounding like a tin can.
Get me a full set of plate armor.
We could get breastplate. That would be pretty good.
Yeah, I suppose.
Breastplate's quite enough, and it's expensive, but it would help out. It's a little bit better than our chain shirt.
Yeah.
All right, we'll look into that. So let's make a note. I'm gonna pull out some pen, inkwell, and some stuff of a list. All right, so things to do today. Buy breastplate armor. I would personally like to find some new spell scrolls of rituals so that way I can put them into my spell book.
That would be very nice as well, yes.
magical items that you think we might need? Probably a potion of healing.
Maybe.
Maybe not, actually. We have plenty of magic on our own.
I wouldn't mind some more magical stuff just in general. I don't know if we particularly need anything, but it would be nice to have some utility.
That's fair. I mean, what do we have? We have what looks to... We have that bell that we have. We have these. Speaking of which, I'm going to take out the orange cufflings of sex and identify them.
Okay, good. About time. They are... I forget what they're actually called. Give me a hot second.
What do they do? Hello? Oh no, did you die?
This is taking more than a hot second. Hello? No?
I thought you actually went. Oh,
I'm
there
still
you
here. So,
I couldn't hear you. Did you go to get your book?
have it next to me.
Are these cufflings?
They are shackles. I can't remember the name of them, but they prevent planar travel.
Oh. I'm going to call them orange cufflings of bondage. There we go.
Yes.
We'll probably sell those. They're probably not going to do us any good.
Probably not, and I don't really want to think about where they were used, so, yes.
Yeah. The bell can go onto one of your daggers, probably.
I love that bell.
Oh, we'll keep the bell.
Good.
We could actually put it on your hat.
I don't wear the hat anymore. I've moved beyond the hat.
Well, then we can attach it to one of your daggers, or a different weapon. Speaking of which, do you want a different weapon?
Oh, a fancier dagger.
We could look into that. Fancier dagger. I personally don't like to use weapons, so I'll leave that all to you.
They're called dimensional shackles. Yes.
Dimensional shackles. Okay. Orange cufflings of bondage. Dimensional shackles. Alright. Worth having that ridiculous box because of it. Because of the title. Other than that, I can't quite think of anything that we might need. New armor, new weapon, spell scrolls.
We could start a business.
With what?
We have
We just
money.
sent away all of our friends.
Uh,
But who's to manage it?
what about a thief network?
With who? Ben?
Well, obviously not. He only has one arm.
It means he'll be extra dexterous. He'll have to learn how to use that one hand like a master.
Everybody knows you need at least two hands to thieve. That's why octopuses are so good at it.
Oh.
I can't compete with 8 arms. Look at me.
A squid has 6. That's even more. That's even possible.
Oh, those slimy shits.
So, a real shield, a breastplate armor.
Yes.
Any other kind of adventuring gear we might need? Do we have any rope? Maybe just go and buy like a dungeoner's pack.
Yeah, Yeah, go buy a pack of stuff. We don't really have much.
No, this is surprising. We have to do so much now. Well, we'll figure that out after we go and figure out where we're going to be going.
Yes.
We do have the portable hull and the bag of holding. Do we really need both?
The answer is yes, obviously. Why wouldn't we use both?
I don't know. What would one use while the other one wouldn't?
We could trick somebody, you see. Give them the bag and the hole, then push them into the hole.
Fair. Push them into the hole or leave the hole in a shadowy place. That's fair.
Trap them somewhere horrible.
Could do that. Well, that's for another time. We do have to go and talk to him. After all this ritual casting, it's probably been well into an hour or two, giving us plenty of time.
Yeah, we should start heading back, I imagine.
Oh. Yeah, then I'm gonna go grab our friends and boss and make our way to the government building.
You make your way back downtown. Places past. Words. Would you like to maintain control?
Honestly, I think this is a good place. As like a player / DM.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, I think this is a good place. I don't think 5 more minutes is really going to put us in another advantageous place like this.
No.
So I think I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm good.
That works for me.
This is fun. I'm so glad we actually got a good amount of time just to relax.
Yes.
That's what I'm waiting for in the Great Gods War, is actual enjoyment. And not everything being so shitty.
Soon. Hopefully.
Soon. I mean, you guys have got plans and stuff, so I'm excited for the next session of that. It's gonna be good. I get to use my map.
Ooh, yes. Ooh, yes.
Yes. No, I'm glad that we get this reprieve in this. Because honestly, being in hell, as really fun as it was so nerve-wracking.
Any mistakes would result immediately in death.
In horrific death.
Oh.
Horrible, excruciating, fucking Iron Maiden death.
Oh.
But hey, we've got some very powerful friends in hell.
Yes, we are.
We've got the Lord of the Nine Hells in hell.
Oh. But yeah, I'm glad that one of those was a good decision for a job, because I really had no idea what the fuck we were going to do.
I was thinking that we would do something kind of like militia group anyways, personally. I was like, there's no way we're just going to travel.
No.
Like 30 days on a boat protecting crap. Jester would blow his brains out. Jester would hate everything. Jester would throw the things that we were supposed to protect off the side of the boat.
Do we need this? Not anymore.
Fuck it, I need to throw something.
You there.
It's either this
No.
or people. Yeah, with your athletics, you're not fucking throwing anymore.
You short-legged fucker, get over here. You're going off the boat.
You hate Jester's racist gnomes.
They've had it too good for too long.
Is that why you stole from the gnome man? I just put it together. I gotta stop making shopkeepers gnomes. You keep burning down their places and stealing their shit.
No, he was just a,
person of circumstance.
Yes. It was the
Martyr of
classic, I'm
circumstance.
gonna wear these clothes and rob somebody else tactic.
Which
Worked
didn't
before.
matter because all you did was rob in plain sight. You could have done that anyways. You walked up and just stole everything.
I'm not saying that he thinks it through, but it's what he does. It makes no sense.
Oh, it's awesome. That is super funny.
Last time was a wedding dress.
Look, this is the first time you've successfully stolen something without, like, huge repercussions.
What did we steal last time? Diamond dust.
Diamond dust? You stole books and stuff from that one woman
She tried
who
to take
very
advantage
clearly
of me.
knows your... I mean, she did. But at the same time, you were using her to take advantage of her.
I like to think of it more as a beneficial agreement, and she wanted more.
She won. Look, you had a bracelet on that was preventing your magic, and she had a way of getting rid of that. She wanted certain actions to be taken.
Yes.
Involving a bed and your duplicate.
Do you remember why we had that ring on, sir?
The fire resistance? Yeah, I remember it the whole time.
No, the bracelet thing that prevented our magic. Do you recall where that came from, sir?
Oh, okay. I mean, in my defense,
you see, this whole campaign is me picking up after you.
It is more like me picking up after you, because the reason that happened was I was trying to fucking claim ownership of your murder of an innocent boy because you drowned him in a sink.
Only because you tried to blackmail him into selling his fortune to you.
Which it didn't do anything. I gave it back.
Who's the real monster here?
You murdered the kid. You murdered the kid, pretended to be him by using shape change into him, and then murdered the uncle. You murdered the uncle, put the boy inside of a barrel.
Look, those were dark days, okay? That was session 0.
It really was. It was the first session. It was drastic.
Then things toned down immediately after.
Things toned down because we were at risk. That's all that changed.
Let's go back to that, shall we?
Yeah, let's go back to Shadowfell, where we're running from the wardens. Yeah, let's do that.
God.
Honestly, we could take one now. We could take a warden now.
That's big talk.
I mean, at least one. maybe not 2.
Maybe 1. It would be close.
I mean, we fought one really early. When we were like level 5.
It nearly killed you. It petrified you just about.
It did. It knocked us unconscious and we were saved by Chalet.
God. How could I forget the foolishness of you?
Look, I was worried for the person. Kinda. I really wanted to know where we were at the time. It was really bad. We were in a city. I was hearing ghastly wails. In the whole city, it was like empty. I was like, I don't know where the fuck I am. I need to know. We didn't even know that we were in the Shadowfell by that point.
This whole campaign has been just one disaster after the next.
It was all one disaster because we didn't realize our own stupid ability. We didn't know we could change shapes more than once.
Oh, we could have just stayed. We could have just avoided all of this.
Yeah, but this has been amazing.
This has been really good.
It's been an amazing turn of events because of our own stupidity.
Oh.
And it gave us a good, bad, evil guy.
Yeah. We're kind of running without one now, but I suppose that doesn't really matter for the time being.
No, not for the time being. We're probably going to make one by doing this mission.
Oh, probably. The true big bad evil guy was me, all along.
Yes. But I think we should cut this as I only have 6 minutes left of my recording space.
Oh, yes.
So, thank you everyone so much for listening, and we will get back to you on another Double Time.
Oh, yes. Thank you very much for listening. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.